This is a high-profile murder case which happened in Hong Kong in 1999. At number 31, Granville Road, at Tsim Sha Tsui. 3 men and 1 teenage girl kidnapped and imprisoned a 23-year-old hostess, named Fan Moon Yi, into the house of Granville Road. Over a $20,000 debt. Fan Moon Yi was tortured and abused during her captive for more than a month. They had eventually forced Fan Moon Yi to drink piss and ate feces. And even forced her to prostitute herself to repay her debt. After realizing that this helped them to earn more profit, they increased the interest every single day. During her captive, she was beaten up day and night. They thinks of brutal ways to torture her. This include burning straws and drip the wax onto her leg, pouring chili sauce onto her wounds, forcing her to smile and laugh during the abuse. After over a month of abuse, the teenage girl went to check on Fan Moon Yi. After realizing that she was not breathing, she panically waked the 3 men up from their sleep. They then decided to dispose the body to a nearby garbage center. However, there are a lot of police officers in the vicinity investigating a case of sexual assault. This makes them change the plan of disposing the body. They carried the body of Fan Moon Yi into the bathroom, wore gloves and started to drain her blood. They then started to dismember the body with a saw. They boiled the body parts that they had dismembered. After they are done with boiling, they then collect the internal organs and put them into several plastic bags. And the skull, they stuffed it into a Hello Kitty mermaid doll after removing the cotton from it and sew it back. And the internal organs, they put it into the refrigerator. One of the bags with the internal organs were thrown out of the window when some police officers that were investigating the case of sexual assault came knocking on the door to ask some questions about the case that they are investigating. However, the bag landed on the hot air chute. The police were only alerted 1 month after the murder that a bad smell was coming out from the hot air chute. But they did not investigate it any further, thinking that the smell might be caused by some unclear garbages or dead rats. In May 1999, a few days after the residents' complaint issues, the teenage girl came up to the police and told them that she was haunted by a female ghost asking for her head. The police officer who attended to her thought that she was just joking around, but he decided to take down her statement. This is when she told the officer about Fan Moon Yi and the abuse. And she led the detectives into the house where the murder took place. The detectives then recovered parts of the internal organs, the skull and a tooth. The teenage girl were arrested on the spot. The 3 men were arrested shortly after. The 3 men were convicted of manslaughter instead of murder, because the autopsy can't provide sufficient evidence that she was murdered or drugs overdose, as her remains were mostly not recovered. They were all sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum of 20 years before review. The sentence for the teenage girl was unknown. First subject, Chan Man Lok, 34. He was arrested on the 26th of May 1999. His appeal was rejected. Second subject, Liang Xing Cho, 27. He was arrested on the 27th of May 1999. His appeal was accepted by the judge. He admitted to charges of illegal burial and illegal imprisonment and was sentenced to 18 years imprisonment, and was reduced again to 9 years prison. He was released from prison in 2014. Third subject, Liang Wai-lun, 21. He was arrested in mainland China and repatriated back to Hong Kong in March 2000. His appeal was rejected by the court.